Bitches ain't shit and they ain't saying nothing. 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 Man.
What's good, niggas? On what is this? Monday? Tuesday? Where the fuck am I? Who am I? What's going on? What's happening? Music too loud? Can you hear me loud and clear? Alright. This is the Keep It 100 channel. My name is Marcus Aurelius. Uppity Negro swag, articulate assholery, uppity, fucking it up. What's happening, y'all? It's been a minute. What's poppin'? I like this phrase. Hopium is a hell of a drug. Election time, y'all. Again. They try to sell us on the blackity black shit again. Alright. Let me shout out some people. What's up, my man Adric? First again. All is right with the world. Alright. Who's that? American Negro News. What's going on, bro? My man Brandon Hayes, CG. My man Blacklight, Revelations. What's going on, Rob? Alright, my man Adrian Hicks, Paul Johnson, what's going on? Alright, who's that? JB Designs, what's going on, bro? Alright, I've been away, man. Alright, it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. Y'all know what it is. My man Bishop X is in the building. What's going on, bro? I see you. My nigga Vegas Dave, what's going on, man? Vegas Dev, what's poppin'? Alright. Yo. We gonna talk about a few things, man. I got a list. It's been a minute since I've been on this I'ma hold the profanity for later so I don't get a yellow dollar sign. But what's going on, y'all? Oh, man. It's crazy stuff going on, man. So, I don't know if I should even speak on this, man. But I bumped heads with another YouTuber, bro. Some of you were there. Maybe some of you were. Some of you wasn't. I ain't going to say his name. What's going on, McDrama Bear? What's going on? I ain't going to say his name. All I'm going to say is, hey, what's going on, Maggie? What's going on? All I'm going to say is, man, it's funny, right? With all this, stuff that's going on in the news. Whether it be about Diddy or anybody else, right? The thing that bothers me the most, and I might have said this before, I might have said this on a last stream or somebody else's stream, The thing that bothers me the most about these situations is that niggas can't get no benefit of the doubt. Now, I said it before, Puffy is not a great human being. I keep saying this over and over and over. He's not a great human being. He's not somebody that's worth me propping up as he's some sort of freedom fighter or this or that, right? No. Shout out to Raj. I don't know if Raj is gonna be on here. By the way, this is the Manosphere show of the week. I was supposed to do this yesterday, but better late than never, niggas. So here we are. Shout out to Raj. If Raj decides to arrive in this bitch, then he will be welcome, and then we'll have that conversation. But again, the title of the show is called "Hopium is a Hell of a Drug." What is hopium? Hopium. It is what it sounds like. It's motherfuckers getting high off hope. High on hope. That's what, we tend to be. High on hope. People selling us dreams and not delivering time and time again. And we fall for it time and time and time again. This is going to be a video of several reaction videos. We're going to watch a bunch of videos today. Some is going to be interesting, man. It's, I just, sit back and I'm on social media and I watch things and I watch people react to things, right? Shout out to my man Rob. He is the reaction king in around these parts. Check out his Reacts channel. That's Reacts with a TZ at the end, right? Where they talk about, different things and they go through certain videos and they react to them, right? And he's the villain and he's the what do you call yourself? The grifter. But shout out to my man Blacklight, man. He's in the building, you know what I'm saying? He gets them ducats. Yeah, you see the ducks, got Scrooge McDucks all over the place, man. He's about them coins, man, cause that's what he's on YouTube to do. That's in a way, that's what a lot of people are on YouTube to do, man. So get your ducats for your time. Feel me? So part of this is going to be about Diddy's Rico. Now, I don't know if I don't have any video to play for a video for Diddy's Rico, but this is what I'm gonna say. I got into a back and forth with an unnamed YouTuber about this whole shit. Right? So before I get into any reaction videos, let's talk about this, right? Again, Diddy's not the greatest person in the world, but there was a debate this morning about who's worse, or better yet, not who's worse, who has a worse impact on black Americans, Diddy or Kamala Harris? Who has the biggest negative impact on black people? Now, check this out. What's up, Nick? What's up, Indigo? I see you. All right. Who's that? KP? What's going on, bro? All right. Interesting avatar you have there, fella. Yeah, so yeah, man. All I'm going to say is this, man. How is this even a discussion? How is this even a conversation? Shout out to Dre. He was there. Right? How is this even a conversation to compare a music executive to a government official? A government official. How can you compare the two? Shout out to my man Shane. What's going on, Shane? Right? So, yeah, comparing Diddy, who's a music executive, and his impact on black people's lives compared to Kamala Harris. This is wild shit, right? Wild shit. All right? Diddy versus Kamala and who's worse for black people. That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's interesting, right? Shout out to Raj. If you want to see that conversation, go to the Roger Report channel. That is his last stream from this morning. All right? I jumped on the panel. We discussed it. We debated it. I jumped in, said a few things, and I jumped out. But anyway, let's talk about Diddy. Okay? Diddy's case is unique. It's unique. And what I mean by that, this is what I mean. So they hit him with Rico. some of this shit I said already. They hit him with RICO. Okay? All right? Racketeering. Okay? Corrupt organizations. Right? So, organizations. RICO. There's one guy been charged. Now, if he has co-conspirators, they haven't been charged. Where are they? Where are these co-conspirators? Where is the organization? Okay? Where's the organization? They hit them with RICO, right? Again, we don't care about baby oil and dildos and things of this nature. We want to see the crimes. The only thing we seen him do was kick a female in a hotel hallway in a bath towel. Now, that has its own, punishment. That carries its own punishment. None of which is a federal crime, right? So, let's explore this for a second, right? Number one, I'm not here to argue Puff's guilt or innocence. I'm going to say that a few times because I think as people come in here or as people get in their feelings about what I'm going to say, people are going to be thinking, oh, he's trying to say Puff is innocent. I know y'all motherfuckers, some of y'all hear what y'all want to hear. Y'all hear with this and not these. You got two of these. There's two of them. It's one of them each side of your fucking head, right? Use them shits. Use them. If they work, right? If you ain't mess them up in your lifetime. Roger did not say that. He didn't say that. He was actually on my side. There's another guy on the panel that was asserting that argument. It was definitely not Roger. So let me say so that people don't go after Roger for saying that. No, it wasn't Roger. Roger didn't say that. So at any rate, so RICO, right? The feds. Okay. I went on a stream. I thought it was someone else's stream. It ended up being the wrong person's stream. It wasn't who I thought it was, and I come in there. Shout out to Sir Tice because he held me down. Right? But this was being discussed. They was talking about Diddy's RICO. Right? Oh, Diddy's this terrible guy. He has baby oil. He's a freak. He has freak offs. He's ripped off artists and all this other stuff. Right? Okay, cool. Where's the racket? Now, for those who don't know what a racket is, and I'll pause for commercial break. And I'll pause for my likes, please. Can I get my likes, please? Right? Can I get my likes? 43 motherfuckers in here and 25 likes. Can I get my likes? They're free. So, for those who don't understand what a racket is, a racket is organized crime. Okay? Organized crime. It's organized. There's boss, there's underbosses, and all this other stuff. We understand racket, Al Capone, Lucky Luciano, this type of thing, right? A racket. That's what a racket is. Racketeering. You are running a criminal enterprise, right, for the purposes of generating illegal income. That's what a racket is. So you got a lot of, brown-skinned Negroes on YouTube that want to argue with people because maybe they don't like Puff. That's cool you don't like Puff. Okay. All right. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Right? You don't like Puff. Okay. All right. Cool. But a racket is a racket, right? So if I'm saying, I'm asking, I'm just in the conversation, in the chat, say, what's the racket? What's the racket? What criminal organization, what organized crime were they doing to get illegal money? Right? So let's look at the charges, right? I don't got them in front of me, but it's 3 charges. One is, I think it was something towards sex abuse. And Rob, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Because I know Rob knows. Rob fucking knows the charges, right? Rob stay was there to the ground. Sex assault or sex abuse or whatever. Then you got flying women interstate for the purposes of prostitution. And then you got the RICO, the racketeering charge, right? What's going on, Wolfbane? Marvel, I see you. Frank Willis. Does that say Frank Willis? Yes, it does. Okay, I'm half blind over here. So, yeah, man. Commando Spawn, what's going on, bro? So those are 3 charges. Okay, Rob says, yup. So those are the 3 charges, right? So let's go through those 3 charges. If you can oblige me, right? If you can oblige me for a second, right? And this time I will be paying it. I'm trying to pay attention to the chat because I watch the replays of this sometimes and I see some of y'all comments and I'll be like, damn, how did I miss that? Anyway. And I got 4 screens in front of me. Anyway. Racketeering. Organized crime charge. So you got to show that this illegal activity that guys was doing in the furtherance of this criminal organization, this criminal enterprise for the advancement or for the purposes of making illegal income, right? That's number 1. Right? Let's talk about the flying women across state. Without saying too much, let's just say what I'm about to say. Let's say I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows this information, right? Let's say that I got this information from a friend. A friend's cousin's brother's sister's uncle. Okay? Because I'm a photographer. I take pictures. I do podcasts. You know what I'm saying? But a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, right? This is information that I got from them. Anyway. Let's explain prostitution. Let's talk about it. Okay? Let's talk about prostitution. In order for prostitution to take place, that means that Diddy would have to be charging these people to have sex with these women, and these women would have to be giving Diddy the money. Okay? All right. If a woman says, I took money from someone, and that money was for the purposes of sex services, and I gave it to Mr. Sean Combs, or I gave a percentage to Mr. Sean Combs, that establishes your prostitution. Okay. Let me tell you what prostitution is not. Give me a second. I want to read some comments. I think the RICO charge is bogus and being used as an excuse to get whatever other evidence. Slow down, brother. Slow down. Okay? It's part of where I'm going. But there's another element to this. Somebody gonna beat me to it in the comment section, right? But he says, I think the RICO charge is bogus, using an excuse to get whatever other evidence they can get to charge him with other crimes. If what they say is true about those tapes, he might be an e-parist, right? We'll see. But I'm going to make another point later. Rob, using RICO is a prosecutorial tool that allows a wider array of legal vehicles to get a conviction, and in some ways lowers the requirements for burden of proof. I think that's what's happening. Right. I never cared for Puffy as an artist or producer. However, it does seem like they're coming after him on trumped up charges. Where's the solid evidence, right? Thank you, brothers, for y'all comments. Let me tell you what prostitution is not. Prostitution is not if I fly some bitches from this state to where I am to a party, right? Where everybody can fuck them if they pay admission. Right? Now, if I pay the girls to come to the party, it's not prostitution. If I charge the guys to come into the party to fuck with the women, it's not prostitution. Prostitution is the direct sales of sex services. Direct. Understand that a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a cousin of a brother of a sister of an uncle's homie told me that's what it is. Okay? Oh, man. So, Indigo, I see you. I'm going to get to you. I'm going to get to that, right? So, the way they are defining prostitution these days, if you take a woman out on a date and she breaks you off with a one night, they're going to say the date was paying for sex and slap the cuffs on you. Bro, listen. What? I keep telling people, yo, new definitions of words, legal terms and definitions is dangerous. Especially when shit is vague. Human trafficking, sex trafficking. Right? Let me ask y'all a question, right? This is something I asked a female, right? And she answered incorrectly, right? I want somebody to type in the chat. I want somebody's with an S to type in the chat. If you are selling drugs, right? Right? They will charge you with the crime of drug blank. What is that word? Drug blank. What is that? You are a drug what? Not dealer. Break the cycle. I see you. Trafficking. Nick gets the prize, right? Drug trafficking. If you are selling drugs, you are drug trafficking. You are a drug trafficker because you are selling drugs, right? Trafficking. Okay? All right. Now, it doesn't matter if they're his drugs or your drugs. It's drug trafficking, right? If you have employees that go to the corner and sell drugs, you and them are drug traffickers. It's drug trafficking. Okay? All right. Okay. So, let me ask you this. Can we talk about words? If a woman is selling sex, then she is a sex what? Somebody type it in for me. If a woman is selling sex, she is a sex. No, brother. No. No. See, this is the problem. It's like how when if a man has sex with an underage person, he's an e-parist. But if a woman has sex with an underage person, they had sex. Right? See how the terms change if it's a different gender? Right? So why is it the guy who sells drugs for the boss a drug worker? No, he's a drug trafficker. So if a woman sells sex, can I hear it, please? Can you type it? She is a what? A sex what? So, since nobody will type it, right? Oh, okay, Indigo. Thank you. Indigo has typed it in. He said a sex trafficker. Black Rob said a sex distributor. No, she's a sex trafficker. She sells sex. If trafficking means selling when it's drugs, it means selling when it's sex. Why does the definition of the word change when we change the gender? Why? Equality. These bitches are sex traffickers, nigga. It doesn't matter if she's working for the guy or the girl that's making her go out and sell sex. It doesn't matter whose sex you're selling. If you're selling your body or their body or those bodies, you're a sex trafficker. Does anybody ever think about this stuff? Oh, we get it. We get society soft on women. Shout out to you. But you can't change it. You can't call black people immigrants and white people expats. I'm just saying. These are the thoughts, man. You got to say this shit out loud. Somebody got to say it out loud. Said honeymoons are for sure sex trafficking. People who don't get married are law-abiding citizens. It's crazy. It's trafficking. Hey, sex workers. This is a nice way to say sex trafficker. Electrical or water conduit engineer is a plumber. You know, broom technician. Shit like that. Shaka was good, man. They're sex traffickers. They should be charged with sex trafficking. This is the thing, yo. This is the thing. Let me tell you why a lot of pimps don't go to jail. Because there is nothing, right? There's nothing. And this is what my friend of a friend of a friend of a cousin of a brother of an auntie told them niggas so they could tell me. If you tell the girls, there is no prison sentence for prostitution. There's no real prison sentence. How many women do you know doing time for selling pussy? How many? Time. 3 to 5. What you in for? Oh, selling pussy. How many you know? How many you heard of? Selling pussy. How many? Put the number in the chat. Y'all can hear me? My mic working? Is my mic working? How many of y'all know a girl is doing time for selling ass? Did time for selling ass? Home off a bid. Yeah, she was selling crazy ass, right? If you tell your hoes they can't lock you up for no amount of time, tell them nothing. The only way they can get you, the only way they can get me, the pimp, if I'm the pimp, the only way they can get me is you got to tell them that you working for me. And then I'm the sex trafficker, right? I'm the human trafficker. I'm the, the bad guy, right? The only way they can do that is if you tell them. That's it. That's facts. That's facts. They have nothing to hold over the woman's head other than to play with her mind and say, he's just using you. He's just using you. You mean nothing to him. You mean nothing to him. You need to tell us right now if he's making you do this Who's making you do this? Who's putting you outside? Oh, he got other women. His other women are more important than you. You need to tell us that he's doing this terrible things to you. Now, if, mothers, brothers, friends, uncles, cousins, sisters, brothers, homies of mine who actually does this stuff, engages in this behavior, told his hoes, they're going to try to break you. They're going to tell you everything about me, everything that I'm doing to you, every reason why you should tell on me. And he trains his hoes to shut the fuck up. He could never go to jail. Never. They can't get him on nothing. They have to, if outside of her testimony, they have to catch them in the act. Which is why they do the undercover thing, Hey, how much for, a dick suck or two? Right? $50? Gotcha, bitch. Right? That type of shit, right? That's why bitches be like, grab a titty, pull your dick out, shit like that. Show me that you ain't police. If you police, you gotta tell me. You gotta tell me you police. Are you police? Got to tell me. Right. So, this type of shit. What up, Leon? I see you just entered the building. Right? So, that's how that go. If none of these chicks tell the feds, the nigga was making me sell pussy and give him the money, that charge is out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. There's no path of money where, we pay for admission and then, I flew the bitches in, and you got to prove that there is a direct pussy sale. If you can't do it, fuck out of here. That charge goes away. Fuck out of here. Okay? Never spent the day in law school. I would get rid of that shit first day. Get that shit, dismiss this. Get this out of here. Fuck you. Right? Now, all these sex abuse allegations. Let's get to that part. The sex abuse. Now, if he got a bunch of people saying, Diddy did this to me, that to me, whatever, then he might be in trouble. Right? Sex abuse. Depends on the abuses. I don't know. I'm sure they got somebody in there, might say some shit. How credible they are. Lawyers got to break them down. Maybe these are people they found. Maybe these are people they say, hey, look, we need you to get up in here and say this, say that, and the other, and we'll do something for you. Usually, when somebody is testifying against somebody, they got something on this person. If these people are not a straight-up victim, they got something on this person. Yeah, we caught you, getting high or this or that, or we're going to tell your wife you got 8 other bitches in a family and 3 kids and all this other shit if you don't testify against this motherfucker for us. The funny thing is, part of this case is blackmail. So, now we get to what, who was it saying earlier? I think it was, who alluded to that? I think it might have been, was it Indigo? I forgot who it was mentioned, no, it was Brandon. Brandon mentioned something about the tapes, right? So, the other part of it is they're saying that he was taping motherfuckers, fucking, right? He got some pretty important people on tape. Pretty important motherfuckers on tape. And basically what he was doing was he was leveraging these tapes, right? Leveraging these tapes against these people to get deals done. So let's say, for instance, you get, I don't know, somebody important, right? Let's say you get a politician on tape at your party, right? Getting topped off. Let's say you get somebody that's in media, right? Fucking around with some chicks. You got cameras everywhere in this party. Mind you, if you go on to Diddy parties, you should know at some point, some level, that there's going to be some type of shit going on there, right? Now, if they got somebody important on tape, you tell them motherfuckers, hey, Playboy, check this out here. Yeah, this Diddy. Yeah, I'm gonna need that deal to go through, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? And the motherfucker say, no, Diddy, I can't do that for you. Yeah, I think you better do that for me, Playboy. Your wife and kids and the rest of the world wouldn't appreciate you being on tape right? I got you on tape doing XYZ. I know your secrets. I know you like men, right? I know you like men. You into the young guys, right? You wouldn't want your wife to find out. Right? So this type of shit. Blackmail. Maybe blackmail somebody. Possibly. But who's going to say? Think about this, right? Think about how blackmail works. You don't want to tell the feds what you're being blackmailed about, right? Because then the blackmail come out. Whatever it is that you're trying to hide comes out. Is it true that Mr. Combs tried to blackmail you with videotapes of you with other men for your cooperation in certain business deals? Yes, sir. Is it true that Mr. Combs has you on tape engaging in sexual intercourse with other men? Who wants to get on the stand and say this shit? Right? So far, all we got is freak offs and a bunch of bottles of baby oil. And the reason why they keep pushing this is because right now we're in a time where a guy like Diddy would be a pariah just for that. He'd be looked at as some sort of sexual predator. That on top of the Cassie video. Now, there's some things I would or could say about Cassie, but I will not. I'll save that for another video. Right? If I start talking about Cassie, it'll look like I'm defending Puff. All I will say is Cassie is not a sympathetic figure either. That's how I'm going to leave it. That's where I'm going to leave it, at least for today. That's where I'm going to leave it. Got 2 words, Ryan Leslie. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Right? So, unless, you know, if this is a blackmail thing, right? This is what I think, Brandon. This is what I wanted to say. Who's seen the movie The Inside Man? Who's seen the movie The Inside Man? Spike Lee, Denzel. Who's seen it? The bank robbery. Who's seen that movie? Okay? Let me tell you what this is. Let me tell you what Marcus thinks this is, okay? All right. He got some motherfuckers on tape. Right? Yes, great fucking movie, right? He got some people on tape, right? He got some people on tape. Right? Now, we all know about his situation with the liquor company or whatever. That might be a factor also. It might be. Speculation. But this is what another thing I speculate. He got somebody on tape. He got some people on tape. He might have threatened them with these tapes. Maybe. It's possible. Right? But what they decided to do, depending on who he threatened, right? Say, you know what? Gonna put you under a federal indictment, lock you up. We ain't giving you no bail. We don't care if you give us the Clothman diamond and the Fabergé egg, nigga, you staying in jail. Who the fuck? What the fuck, nigga? What? I'm live. Fuck. Somebody sending me some shit. It's probably one of y'all. I'm gonna check my inbox. But no matter what you offer us, right? Hey, chat. Chill, man. I'm live, niggas. This is my chat. Yo, nigga, what the fuck, you motherfucker? Chill. Stop sending shit. Mick. Chill, Ferg. You fucking making my shit go off, man. Anyway. Brandon, what I'm saying is, what they want to do, this, to me, this is bullshit. All this shit is bullshit. What's up, truth teller? What up? Fake federal indictment so that they can get the evidence. Get the blackmail evidence. Lock you up. Raid all your shit. Get the tapes. Get the tapes. For anybody that see Next Day Air. Get the tapes. Right? Get the tapes. You ain't got no more blackmail. Now, we could try you. You could beat the charges, or you could do some time. But the purpose of this is to lock him up, to get the blackmail evidence out of his possession so he can't blackmail these important people. Now, like you said, Brandon, they might be in there so they could hit him with other crimes for shit that they might find during the investigation. Right? But I think it's like the Inside Man. The purpose of this is to get the tapes, to get the blackmail. Right? Once they get that, he's out of here. They are looking to get that shit. Remember, in the Inside Man, it wasn't a bank robbery. It was about getting in the safe to get the paperwork from the you know, the time in the 40s with the German guy and all of that shit, right? The connection of, I think, the bank owner to that event, the evidence of that was in the safe. Who remembers this? This is a covert operation. This is an op, okay? And this is the way. Y'all might think I'm loony, but this is this is at least one of the the objectives of this situation. That's how I view this. That's how I view this. All right? If it's not the whole reason, it's definitely part of it. Definitely. We gonna get these tapes. We gonna see what's on them. We gonna burn. Why you think we don't know who's on these tapes yet? Who they gonna tell us on it? Oh, it was Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lopez and all these celebrities. We don't care about them. The people who we ain't supposed to know is on them tapes will never know is on those tapes. We'll never know. We'll never know that these people are on these tapes. Hold on, this thing looks kind of dark here. Let me brighten this up, man. We'll never know. We'll never know who's really on those tapes. The people that matter, you'll never hear their names. Right? So, all right, so my man says, who are these 120 victims? So let's talk about the 120 victims because this is apart from the federal indictment. The 120 victims ain't got nothing to do with the feds. The 120 victims are people who responded to some, surviving Diddy hotline shit, right? Did Diddy hurt you? Did Diddy do something to you? Did he touch you there? Right? 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 You may be you may be able to receive compensation, right? Dial 1-800 did he do it, right? 1-800 did he do it? Hello? Yes, this is the Diddy hotline. Yes, I was somewhere, sometime, in some place, and Diddy grabbed my nutsack. Okay, all right, why don't you come on down? We need to speak to you. We need to inspect your nutsack, see if Diddy's fingerprints are on him, and all this other type of shit. What's going on, PK? What's popping? Said, what if I told you there are parts of the tapes you could see if you paid enough? I don't know if I save my money, man. Shit, I'll pay for the dinner with Hove. Before I want to see these tapes. Yeah, JB Designs, 1-800. 1-800-NO-DIDDY. That is 1-800-NO-DIDDY. Callers now. Call now. We're here to receive your call right now. Operators standing by to get your call. You may be able to receive compensation for your injuries. The fuck is going on, man? Who that, Mr. Snazzy? What's going on, man? Alright. My man did a hotline. Anybody can call this and say, yup, you got me. That's where 120 people come from. This ain't people the feds found. This is a hotline. Man, listen. This shit has become a circus, right? 1-800-NO-DIDDY. Yo, this shit is hilarious. Yo, bro, you raw for this. You raw for this. Yo, woo. Let me get my composure. All right, man. So my whole thing with the whole Diddy thing was, I got into an argument with a cornball ass content creator. Yep, I called you a cornball. I don't know if you're here. I don't know if you're listening. You might hear the replay, or one of your fans might be like, "That nigga Marcus was talking about you, man. You should get him. You're a cornball. Fuck you. Fuck you." Anyway, next thing, right? I want to talk about a couple other things, right? So let's get to at least the Hopium part of the Hopium section of this, right? Let's get to the Hopium section, right? So I'm late to the party on this, right? So I just want to say this early, but for those that ain't, I'm gonna pull this up. Hold on. I'll pull up this shit pop up on my feed. Diddy has been weird for decades. Look, we knew what Diddy was on with that. We didn't like it. Didn't bother us. Look, we just want the music, man. We just want the music. We don't care about all this extra stuff. But look, it's just funny how, right? We can all this no Diddy and all this stuff, right? And the letterbox people have not come forward to defend my man's lifestyle at all, right? At all, right? So let's watch something, right? I want to look at something, right? Real quick. So I'm gonna pause this. Hold on. We're gonna react to something real quick, man. Let me get this screen shared. Something I found very, very interesting. All right. Let me know when you can see it. You should be able to see it. So let me go there. All right. So here we go. This is Mrs. Harris, right? Mrs. Harris, right? So here we go. Now you see it. You should see it now. Okay, we ain't gonna have one of these mishaps this week. All right, so let me unmute it. So we can all check it out. Right? So I'm gonna full screen this. All right, put myself down there, and we're gonna check this out, man. So for those that don't know what's going on, so Kamala Harris was giving a speech, and I think the teleprompter shut off. The teleprompter. She reading the speech from the teleprompter and then shut off, right? So she had to freestyle, right? She had to get a freestyle rap on. So let's see how dope her freestyle is. Let's go into this video here.
32 days. Okay, we got some business to do. All right. 32 days. So 32 days. 32 days. Okay, we got some business to do. All right. 32 days.
Okay. Let's skip through. I want to hear the speech, man. Why they not playing the speech? Maybe I need another video. I don't need all this commentary, right? So let's go here. All
right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge me
ad, y'all.
$197 for car insurance. No, thank you. I got a...
Been quite the week for our lefty friends. You're not
toxicity out there.
So,
Oh, it gets even better. We had
here we go.
Election. So 32 days. 32 days. Okay, we got some business to do. All right. 32 days. And we know we will do it.
Oh, she's so uniquely hopeless. At least Selena Meyer.
Yo. They ain't the only video I'm playing. I'm playing another one. Yo, but god damn. The teleprompter goes off. Yo, your freestyle is terrible. Your freestyle is terrible. Freestyle game's terrible, man. That's what I'm gonna do, right? That's what, yo. Has anybody seen this shit? Anybody seen this before today? Teleprompter goes out. She don't know what to say. She's just, rambling and shit, right? She sound like the dude whose election she took over. This is the person that they say beat Trump at this debate, right? That's who that is, right? Again, not a Trump person, but I'm just saying this is some funny shit, right? So let's go to another video. Right? So I found this one. This is another one particularly funny. All right? Let me see. I think, is this it? Is this it? Let's go to this here.
Hi, I'm Burke, a small business insurance expert from Byberg.
So this is the Kamala Harris Oprah Winfrey interview, right? I didn't see the whole thing. We ain't about to watch the whole thing, man. But I want to get through just a piece of this, man, because like even with this shit, right? She was just saying like whatever the fuck, right? Hold on, let's get to let's hear some of this shit.
Is doing what he did the last time he was president and giving another tax break for billionaires and the biggest corporations that would add $5 trillion to our deficit. And get this, he plans on doing what I call a Trump sales tax, which is basically he's going to put a 20% tax on everyday necessities that economists have estimated will cost the average American $4,000 more a year, which is why Goldman Sachs, which is why Moody's, which is why Wharton School of Business, which is why 16 Nobel laureates have collectively determined, after analyzing our plans, one, mine would strengthen the economy, his would weaken it. Two, that on his plan, he would actually blow up inflation and invite a recession by the middle of next year. So when you think about the cost of living, my approach is about lifting you up. His would be about actually weakening our economy. And I feel very strongly when an individual, when a small business, when a family, when the middle class is strong, America is strong.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Thank you, Shelby. Thank you, Rachel and Gary.
Bans have been passed that criminalize healthcare providers. In a couple of states, prison for life, Oprah. Prison for life in a couple of states for a doctor or a nurse who provides health care. And so it seems very apparent.
Even when the mother's life is in danger.
But see, here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that. So is she on death's door before you actually decide to give her help?
Mm-hmm. That's the problem.
Is that
The thing that kills me with the whole abortion argument, the whole abortion discussion is they only lean on the small percent of who actually, like, if I feel that should be the exception. And we've heard Trump say he allows exceptions. So for her to get on Oprah and say that he does not, right? And to be honest, that would be left up to the states. But then the states could just not vote for the guy who doesn't want the exception. That has nothing to do with Trump. That has nothing to do with the White House, right? It really has to do with who you elect in your state. Just don't vote for the guy locally that doesn't want the exception. It has nothing to do with the president, right? So, but there was a part of this interview where, she got real goofy and, she needed Oprah's assistance to speak on certain things. And, I don't know where the fuck it is, man, but.
cannot continue to just settle for our thoughts and prayers. Lives are being destroyed. 15-year-old Natalie Griffith and her parents, Doug and Marilda, are here. And Natalie, we are so sorry to know that you too have been added to that number because you were in algebra class when you were shot twice by a 14-year-old fellow student. We're so glad that you lived to tell your story. And so how are you tonight?
Well, before that thing, the video, I was very happy.
I don't know what this angle is. All I know is there's been a bunch of mass shootings while Biden and Kamala have been in office. If they're going to take anybody's guns, they would have took them. It's been 4 years. But you know, that's a lot of the stuff that they're saying during the campaign, right? And I know Adrian is in the building and he don't want his guns took. But you know, a lot of the stuff that they're saying is like, you know, scare tactics and things like that. But I was telling these guys on Raj's stream this morning, I said, if anybody thinks that Biden is running the country right now, they're crazy. If anybody thinks that that old man is in charge, they're crazy. Right now, Kamala's the president. I agree with Raj. I've been saying this. To me, Biden is weakened at Bernie's. Right? There's no way he's running. This is Raj said. There's no way he can run a campaign. He can't be running the country. And I agree with that. He said it that way. I said it in a different way, but it's the same thing. We agree. Said, how come they only talk about ABs and crime to black people? Well, you know, this is what you got to sell to black women. You sell abortion to black women, and you sell us, you know, strippers and shit like that. Right? You know, get your booty to the pole and, you know, no vote, no pussy type shit. You know what I'm saying? And we know nigga love that pussy. What? No pussy. It got to be fucking. Yeah, said Biden said what storm, right? The shit that happened, what they gave him $750? They gave these people $750. Shit, Trump gave you $1,200. I mean, I'm just saying, Trump gave him $1,200. Biden gave you $750. I'm just saying. Yo, we about to do another reaction. Now, with all this Diddy shit going on, right? You seen Jaguar Wright. Yep, said a name. Jaguar Wright has been campaigning. Jaguar Wright has been campaigning for the downfall of Jay-Z, right? You got Diddy, and Jaguar Wright has taken to every platform that she can get, you know, her fat fucking face on, talking about Jay-Z's a monster too. He's a monster too. He's dangerous. He should tumble and fall just like Diddy. He's terrible. He's a monster, etc., right? Rob says they talk to people in the language people respond to. The YouTube algorithm shows that people are interested in the same things Democrats use to pad the facts. So what's crazy is that people can't even get the $750 because roads were wiped away in many of these areas and they can't spend it because the stores are completely gone too. Wow. Right? So let's talk about Jaguar Wright, because something very interesting and very entertaining. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right. All 43 of you. Maggie says, and they will continue to take advantage as much as they can, as often as they can, because our complacency tells them they what is it? Did I miss something here? They shrug. I don't know. Maybe it's in the emoji. Did you see the semi? Oh, that's where we going. That is where we are going. See, Brandon, man, you're clairvoyant, man. You're clairvoyant. Shout out to Star from New York. I know a lot of y'all ain't familiar with Star from New York, right? Star on Buck Wild, Star from New York, right? So that is the next stop that we are going. Now let me tell you. This guy here, for all of you unfamiliar with Star, right? This guy here, let me remove that. This guy here, man, this guy's my motherfucking hero, right? Much of the energy that you get from Marcus Array's Keep It 100 is modeled after this person, right? If you don't know who Star is, you about to find out. Okay? So, about to pull this shit up. So, Jaguar was on Piers Morgan. She went to Piers Morgan, talking to Piers Morgan about Jay-Z is terrible, Jay-Z is a monster, Jay-Z this, Jay-Z that. We got to get rid of Jay-Z. Okay? So, Star does the Star Report on his YouTube channel, right? So he decides to cover this. He decides to cover this issue. Hold on, Jaguar. Matter of fact, let me just go to his channel. He decided to cover this, right? In Jaguar Right fashion, pulls up on him, right? So he's doing his stream. And Jaguar Wright calls out of the blue. We're going to go through this shit right now. This shit is crazy. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Here we go. So I'm gonna skip right to it because I know exactly where it is. I got the timestamp for this one, y'all. Right? So this is Jaguar Wright calling in the Star. Now, mind you, Brandon, notice, I don't know how many people saw the Piers Morgan. When Piers Morgan, now, Jaguar Wright is always on black media. She's on a lot of black media, right? And when she goes to black media, she's as ratchet as they come. She went to Piers Morgan dressed like she was going to the mosque. Dressed like she was going to church. Right? That's how they show up for mainstream white media. Okay? But when they're on black media, they show out. Okay? They show out. So we about to check this video out. This is Star. If you've never seen him before, that's Star right there. This is the guy who famously roasted DJ Academics on that Complex show when he was on there, right? So let's listen to this. Let me know if you can hear it. I'll be paying attention to y'all comments. Make sure y'all can hear this.
Code talented. You probably get an opportunity.
So fast forward
Please
this.
call back, baby. All right, patient can get something else going here. Area code 323. Are you there?
There you go.
Yes, sir. How are you? It's cracking.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. Where do you want to start? 3, 2.
What is your name again?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm Joe Scumbag.
Nice to meet you, Joe Scumbag. My name is Jaguar Wright.
No, it's not. Get out of here.
Yeah, it is.
Sounds like you. I can't be certain.
No, it's me.
Okay, this is Star, Jaguar, right? From Star.
Hello, Star. How are you?
Okay. Have we met before?
I want to ask you, I don't think so.
Okay.
But I meet a lot of people.
Okay.
You know? So let's just chalk it up to that.
You sound like Jaguar.
But I want to ask you something. I want to give you 3 names.
Come on.
And I just want to ask you, which one of them is better than Jay-Z?
Please
okay.
Proceed. Okay.
So let me give you some context. Before she called, he was comparing Diddy to Jay. And there's been a lot of talk about, is Jay-Z going to be next, right? So what he was basically saying is Jay-Z is a different kind of person. His image is different. He's of a different caliber than somebody like Puff, who a lot of people perceive to be a little bit more reckless and sloppy in terms of his, his public image and things like that. Jay-Z has kind of fashioned himself to be a lot more reserved, family guy. He got married, had a bunch of kids. He had 3 kids. And the world views Jay-Z a lot differently than it views Puff, right? I think that's valid. What's going on, TCW? I see you. I think that's valid, right? So let me Let me see. Maggie, I think Maggie says something. Said, I retracted that comment to fix. Don't call out my ADHD. Too hurried, trying to eat dinner and type mistakes. I got you. So let's see if, let me see. And they will continue. Okay, that ain't the one. Right? Let me see. Did you see the? Okay, that's what you said. All right, I guess I'll wait for your new comment. But let's go through this video. Let's continue. Let's continue with it.
All right. Number one, is Malcolm X better than Jay-Z?
So she asked him, is Malcolm X better than Jay-Z? She's going to name 3 people. She's going to ask him, are these people better than Jay-Z? I don't understand what she was trying to, like, prove, but let's go.
Better in what way, dear?
Period. In your opinion, is Malcolm X better than Jay-Z?
Better than Jay-Z? I think he was more impactful with regards to black.
Exactly. He actually cared about his community. He actually cared about his community. He didn't sit there and slump Marcy Project after he used it to run around and pretend he was behaving. That's number one. Number two, is Jay-Z better than Barack Obama?
Okay, well, now, hang on a second. I have to confirm who you are. You're saying you're Jaguar, right? And
yeah, I'm on my fiance's phone.
Okay.
So now, what Star is attempting to do, right? He's attempting to do, and you're about to, Maggie, put on your seatbelt. You're about to see the typical, behavior that we see around these parts. When a woman calls into a man's platform, right? Pause for commercial break. So, you're about to see the typical behavior that takes place when a woman calls into a man's platform. Let me not leave out black. Okay? The typical behavior that takes place when a black woman calls into a black man's platform, because when you went to Piers Morgan, you didn't do this. You didn't do this. You got up there, you were respectful, you even dressed up, and you spoke respectfully. So let's see. Now what he's trying to do is he's trying to verify if this woman is really Jaguar right, because anybody can call and say they're anybody. Right? Unless you're on camera, anybody can call and say they're anybody. If somebody called in and said they were me, I would appreciate the person decide to verify. Like, it just makes sense. So it's actually respectful that he is attempting to verify this woman is who she says she is. Right? So let's go.
Okay.
It's 323. He's from Compton.
Okay. Now, hang on. I'll answer your questions. I have no problem answering your questions. You were on.
Yeah, because I said 3 names. Okay. I was on 2. I said,
hang on. No, hang on, baby. I have a formula here. I have a. When were you on Piers Morgan's show?
Actually, I appeared on Monday. We filmed it, and it premiered today.
Okay.
See, what I find so interesting is, and the reason why I really came was because you have so much respect for Sean Carter. That's funny, because people that know who he really is doesn't, which makes you a fan. So what I want to know is this: why are you such a big friend of Vlad? He lied. You know that, right? See, number one, he said all of the shit that he said on Monday because he didn't know that the report about the 9-year-old kid that they found with MDMA and Special K and cocaine in his stomach, they hadn't come out with that yet. See, so Vlad was talking mad fucking shit.
Okay, so let me pause it right here. All right? And PK... PK, I gotta read PK's comment on screen. Hold on. PK said, Marcus, are you trying to say that they code switch and show up as a different person? Say it ain't so. Nah, PK, I'm not saying that. Why would I say such things about the godly, holy black woman? Okay? Truth Teller said, Jay-Z, the Diddy, the Vlad. Yeah. Yo, she was changing channels real quick, Truth. You know what I'm saying? She was changing channels. Yo, you're a fan of Jay-Z. So, did you know that Vlad was a liar? Like, is she going to Vlad because Vlad called her out on the same show, right? You know, she said something about Boosie's house getting raided, right? But Vlad said Boosie's house was never raided. There's something wrong with this chick, right? Now, recently I posted on Facebook, anybody that takes Jaguar rights seriously needs their head examined or is mentally compromised. That was the words I used, right? So Brandon says, some people have chopped up the video to make it look like Star was just attacking Jaguar's looks and remove the context of all. Listen, I had a conversation with one of my people. Yo, it's a lot of simping going on over this. A lot of simping going on over this, man. All right? Said no periods in that sentence. Yeah, a lot of people are coming to Jaguar's rescue. So let's see how this goes. Now, mind you, she just said what she said, right? I'm going to take it back just a little bit so you don't miss the context, right?
They hadn't come out with that yet. See, so Vlad was talking mad fucking shit.
Okay, then hang on a second. If you are Jaguar right,
No, you want to know what I find?
Excuse me. If you are Jaguar right, you have to watch the language. If you are.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just a little upsetting.
Okay.
Because I hate.
But stay with me. I'm gonna lay down some ground rules. Excuse me. I'm gonna lay down some ground rules, and we can have a conversation. You sound like
That's
Jaguar
fine.
right, but I can't be certain. Okay.
Oh, no, I am.
Okay. Now. This is the objective perspective.
And if you don't believe me, it's real simple.
Baby, hang on. I'm letting you speak. Hold on.
See, he's trying. Everybody in the chat who knows who this man is and knows his get down, they know that he is being very graceful right now. Everyone in here who knows who Star is, you know that right now he is being very, very graceful. This is how y'all seen things go down here. But y'all know this man is being very graceful because his fuse is typically shorter than this. Typically. Right? He's trying, hey, look, baby, no, we can have a conversation. No, I'm trying to, and she keeps talking. So let's go.
Believe me, it's real simple.
Baby, hang on. I'm letting you speak. Hold on.
There ain't no love in the heart of the city.
Okay.
I said it ain't no love. I could do that all day.
Okay.
It's me.
Okay.
Nobody has a voice like mine.
Hang on. I'm going to lay down some ground rules, okay? Hang on.
Okay.
So you have to watch the language. That's number one. Number two, it says on the screen. It says on the screen, this is the objective perspective. I'm nobody's fan.
Okay.
Nobody's fan. We may have met once upon a time, I don't know, from the Star and Buck Wild show. But let's talk about your appearance more so on the...
Oh, I remember Star and Buck Wild. I remember them.
That's me. So let's talk about your appearance. I'm saying you hit a grand slam in case...
You know, Buck Wild and I was cool friends.
That's my younger brother. But
now, Pete, she said, you know, me and Buck Wild was cool friends. I want y'all to remember that statement. My super chat here. What's going on, Kobe? Say Hugh Hefner, Vince McMahon, and Diddy all made deals. You did a service, and they paid them. Once the money goes, they all become victims. Good to see you, Hunted. Good to see you, bro. But this is facts. Let's not leave out Kells. All right? Everything's great until the money get low. Then all of a sudden, you survived this motherfucker. You survived him. Right? What's going on, Joes? Ain't see you up in here in a minute. So, let me see. Yeah, Star is not a patient or graceful broadcaster. I know his stint on High 97 and on underground radio joints. He has no tolerance for BS. So this is what I'm saying. Like, and I told my man, I said, yo, you didn't hear the exchange? Like, this dude usually goes off right away. All right, the Star Buck Wild show late nights was during was ill during my high school. Right, absolutely. We know who this guy is. We know who this man is. We know his character. Let's continue because she's gonna bring that motherfucker out. So let's go.
Slam in case you know Buck Wild and I was cool friends.
That's my younger brother. But now hang on a second. Again, let me speak. Let me speak, and then I will let you speak. I said early in the broadcast, you hit a grand slam. I think you'll be on the Joe Rogan show. Any thoughts about that? Please.
Whatever I do and wherever I go next, everybody will find out at the same time, like they always do.
So he told her, because he said it earlier, he said, I think she's going to do a media tour and she's going to hit these bigger platforms. He said, I think you did a grand slam. Gave him a compliment. Like, hey, you know, you did your thing on there. And I think more people will be interested in talking to you. Let's see how that goes.
If I announced myself, people would know how to stop me.
Okay.
That's number one.
Okay.
See, I'm of a different caliber. See, I just found it funny to hero worship. Jay-Z's of a different caliber. Jay-Z's of a different caliber. You want to know what? He wasn't of a different caliber.
Listen. If you try to mock me, hey, Jack.
And there it is. There it is. There it is. Brandon. There it is. There it is. She done pushed that button, boy.
Of a different caliber.
Listen. If you try to mock me, hey, Jack.
And I watched that on tape.
Jack. If you try to mock me, I will take your fucking head off. Slow it down.
Really?
Yeah.
How you gonna do that?
Oh yeah, I'm letting you speak.
How you gonna do that? Propping up Vlad?
But do not try to come at me sideways because, bitch, I don't really give a fuck either way about you.
He lied on Piers Morgan.
Okay.
He lied on Piers Morgan.
We can have a discussion. We can have a discussion.
Is available.
You funky, nasty bitch. But you're gonna respect me. We can get the fuck off my line. I don't need you to go viral.
Okay.
I don't need you to go viral, bitch.
Now look, nigga in the background the whole time. Man was in the background the whole time. And here come Captain Save a Bitch. All right? He was there the whole time. Listening to the whole exchange. You know what these chicks do? They talk they shit to a dude. And then the dude that's been chilling in the shadows. I've been in this situation in real life more than once. I got a dude chilling in the cut. Giving them the battery in their back to talk garbage. Now, a lot of people criticize me, say, Marcus, oh, you're a woman this or you're a woman that. Listen to how this plays out. The dude was in the cut the whole time. You hear his voice. He's been in the room the whole time. Putting the battery in the back so that she can come on here and disrespect this guy. Watch what happens.
Dude, he's looking for a moment, and that's fine.
Put your man on the phone. If you can't,
I will in a second. I just want to know why you're popping up a liar.
Never mind everybody else. I'm talking to you right now. You nappy head loser.
Vlad lied.
I'm talking to you.
Vlad lied.
Never mind Vlad. Never mind Vlad. I'm talking to you, bitch.
He would never.
Never mind Vlad. Put your man on the phone.
Why do I have an email of
Put your
him
man on the
asking me in June?
See, I'm really like that. I don't give a fuck about none of this.
You know what? That's all
I'll
right.
put my foot square in your ass.
Because you're not man
I'm
enough
really like
for me.
that. I'm really like that. Now, do you want to talk? Or do you want to try and act funky? What do you want to do? I didn't hang up. What do you want to do?
Oh, no.
Hey, I'm right here. She's done with you, bro. What's up with the disrespect, family? Just chill out with the disrespect. That's all I got to say.
Is that your woman? Is that your woman?
Just chill out with the disrespect.
Don't
and here it is.
Talk on top of me. We're having a conversation. Is that your lady?
Is
that your lady? Is that your lady?
Ask him if he's ready to answer for that 15-year-old girl he was fucking. That I can turn over to the authorities at any time.
Do what you got to do.
Now, a few minutes ago, her and Buck Wild was cool. 5 minutes later, I'ma tell the authorities about the 15-year-old. You see, everything was cool. As soon as you piss a chick off, the first thing they go to is, I'm going to accuse you of some sexual shit. Oh, you was with an underage. Or you took the pussy from somebody. Or one of these, you know. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, me and Buckwild was cool back in the day. Now it's, oh, I'm going to call the police on him, get him locked up. You know the interesting thing about Jaguar? And I'm going to speak in context, right? Because first of all, it's a lot of shit that she said that we already knew. But the most egregious shit that she's saying, right? I don't believe. And let me tell you why. Because first of all, you wasn't really that important in the music industry to be in some of the spaces that you say that you eyewitnessed some shit. But let's run with the narrative. Because, yo, what kills me about shit like this is, yo, people want to believe this shit so bad because it's entertaining. And because motherfuckers on the low really have contempt for successful black people. You really do, right? But not saying that these black people are clean. Everybody got dirt on them. Broke motherfuckers got dirt on them, right? But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If Jaguar Wright was privy and was an eyewitness to all this disgusting, crazy shit, then bitch, you complicit. How you gonna get on shit and say, I was there and I seen him doing this. I was there and he did that. And I saw this person get abused and I saw this person get this done to him and this, that, and blah, blah, blah. How you know? Who did you call? Who did you run to? Did you report this? Did you file a report? Did you call the police? What did you do? You know what you did? You waited until they booted you out of the secret society. They kicked you out of the game. You couldn't get money from the shit no more. These people turned their backs on you, and now you mad, you outside the club, you can't get in. And now you want to burn the club down. Now you around the club with the big bottle of gasoline, you know what I'm saying, you point it and you asking, somebody give me a match. You trying to burn the club down because you can't play in any of the reindeer games, bitch. That's what this shit is, yo. So now, I would be remiss if I didn't think that Jay-Z, Doc Thunder, what's going on, man? I would be remiss if I didn't think that Jay-Z did something to stunt this woman's career. But I would also be remiss if this woman that we're hearing talk to this man and disrespect this man on his platform wasn't the cause of that. Don't just tell us what Jay-Z did to blackball you or kick you out or prevent your career from happening. Tell us what you contributed to that. Indigo, I see you. Oh, shit. Yo. Burning house. Burning house? You got to be old to get this one. I'm not even Indigo. Don't say shit. They got to figure it out on their own. All right. Getting the burning house. Burning house? You trying to burn people up? Of course, I got that. Yo, I'm the king of film references, bro. Anything you type in this shit, I'ma catch. Anyway. Right? Put your man on the phone. Here she go running to get a dude, and he coming. Dun, 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 dun. This is how niggas get shot. Let your girl go pump shit out, kick up dust and all this shit. Right? Let your man go, let your girl go out, talk all type of crazy shit. And you just chilling in the cut, waiting for the nigga to react to the disrespect that your girl putting out there so you could jump and play the hero. Yo, what's up with all the disrespect? You ain't hear what your bitch said to this man? Yo, you need to calm down with all that disrespect. And Jaguar Wright, you know what I'm saying? She ain't no prize horse. So I can only imagine what this dude look like. Talk about, that's my fiance. He's from Compton. I'ma fuck around. Jaguar gonna pull up on my ass. Jaguar, Marcus Keep It 100 is talking about you. Who that? Let me pull up on him. Pull up on him. I'd let her in here too. So she could talk shit about me. That shit'll be a moment. All I'm saying is, you see how this happens? So let's play the rest of this. Because they tried to make this man out to be the villain.
Is that your lady? Is that your lady?
Ask him if he's ready to ask for that 15-year-old girl he was fucking. That I can turn over to the authorities at any time.
Do what you got to do, bitch.
Oh, Buck.
Do what you got to do, bitch. Do what you got to do, bitch. But don't call me screaming. I don't give a fuck about you.
I'll make sure she put in her
I'll
report.
put my foot right in your ass.
Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
Buck can go to jail, bitch.
Do what you got to do, bitch.
Buck can go to jail, bitch.
Screaming.
For fucking 15-year-old girl. You like hanging with...
You screaming, is that all you're going to do, bitch? I'm here.
Talk or
get off the line.
And you can
None of you say nothing you say means nothing, you monkey. Nothing you say means nothing, monkey bitch. Now, do you want to talk? If not, get the fuck out of here. I've been going viral. You ain't helping me do shit.
Get the fuck out of here. That's the half Italian in him. Oh yeah, he's half Italian, by the way.
They hung up. Hung up. Okay. Star Report regular shit. I got the number. Hold on a second. Everybody gets a screenshot. Is that
So let me tell you something about this man. I bumped into Star in Midtown Manhattan years ago. Okay? So just in case y'all wondering, this dude rolls strapped in New York City. Now, we all know it's hard to roll through New York City strapped. Legal. The shit is there. You can see it. This dude is strapped in New York City. I bumped into him. Cool motherfucker, too. Cool dude when you bump into him. But Star's not playing, right? Him, Chubb Rock, there's a few people from the industry that roll fucking strap. Manosphere Hall of Fame. What's going on, man? Let me see what you got to say here. All right. Damn, I did not get the notification for this live. Good to see you streaming. You one of the last few that I look forward to hear content from. I appreciate you. But you know, YouTube on they bullshit. Shout out to my Patreon people. Right? The reason I'm shouting y'all out because y'all seen the studio. Right? So, just so y'all know, man, and I'm trying to figure out, am I going to do this on this channel? If I decide to do the new format, because I'm changing my format. Okay? All right, got one foot out the door. Changing my format. If y'all decide y'all want to follow me to another channel, I'll let y'all know, or I will continue here. I want to hear from y'all. Let me know if y'all want me to continue doing content on the Keep It 100 channel in my new format. I don't have no problem making these videos, but I might do the other format somewhere else. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it. I got to hear from y'all. Okay? But if you're on my Patreon, you see in the studio. It's almost done. And I got people dying to get up in here and talk some shit. Okay? Who's familiar with Alexander DeVoe? Let me see who watches porn in this motherfucker, man. But shout out to you, man. It's Phil Hall of Fame. Yeah, man, and the reason why I say that is because I think they got me shadow banned, bro. If you ain't got the bell notification, the ringing bell notification, turn the ringing bell notification on, right? So who's familiar with Alexander DeVoe? Nick says, so why would she hold intel on someone fucking a 50? Exactly. What does that say about her character? That means you're okay with what happened. Yeah, until you have to weaponize. So she's pretty much guilty of what they're accusing Puff of. You're withholding the information until you have to weaponize it. So yeah, so you know, for all of those who was Diana DeVoe's husband, right? So it's my man, he was here the other day. We had a conversation that I wish was a stream. I said, nigga, why we talk about this shit and we ain't live? He came by to see the studio, right? So we're gonna have a conversation. He's gonna sound off. I don't know if y'all heard of Motor Monster. Motor Monster wants to come here and he wants to have a conversation. He's talking about he wants the Cat Williams and shit, right? So we'll see what he has to say when he comes through here, right? But yeah, man. So I got fine ass Diana DeVoe. Yeah, so Alexander DeVoe was here the other day. He was here the other day, right in this room, sitting right over here. We had a long ass conversation. It's some shit that he said here that I don't know if he's gonna say on the stream. But he says some wild shit, right? About the industry and you know, some things. That's all some things. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, yeah, the most honorable Nick Taylor in the building. Absolutely. Said Star gave her a good online roast that everyone else is afraid to give her. She needed that online ass whipping. But the Simps is out. The Simps is coming out to defend her. Right? But this is the typical shit. Black woman behaves herself on the white platform. Comes to the black platform, shows her ass. And after she shows her ass, the dude who runs the platform responds in kind, and guess what? She goes and runs and I'm Pookie from Compton. That's what we saw play out just now. Now, if Joe Rogan has her on, that Vlad swore, she ain't never coming to my platform, right? So if Vlad ain't fucking with her and he pulls the coalition together, and you know which coalition that is, then she's done off. We know Piers Morgan is not part of that coalition. But if he pulls the troops together, she won't go too far. But people should not take Jaguar Wright seriously. It's not, she's not, it's not right in the head. There's a lot of videos of her just having episodes, man. You know what I mean? But back to Hopium, right? And, something else I was going to say. Why is Jaguar Wright still alive? This is the thing, and this is the end of the Jaguar Wright segment, right? And we ain't gonna be on much longer because motherfucking weekday, y'all niggas got shit to do. All I'm gonna say is this: if the people she's talking about are so terrible, if they gangster hard to the core, hard body, she and for those of you who know, in their heydays, we want to talk about Jimmy, or whether you want to talk about Jack, or whether you want to talk about whose name am I leaving out? Jimmy, y'all know who Jimmy is. Jack, y'all know who Jack is. I'm leaving a name out, trying to remember what the other name was. Kenneth. Okay? Jimmy, Jack, Kenneth. Y'all know these names. If you're from NYC, you know these names. Okay? If she was wilding out on the internet about any of the three gentlemen I just named, she'd be out of here. Okay? Okay? Let me not leave out world. If she was running her mouth on the internet about any of these four names I said just now. Okay? Some of these names I'm saying they're real names, they're real first names. But y'all know who these guys are. Jimmy, Jack, World is a street name, and Mr. Kenneth from Queens, right? She was saying this stuff about them guys, she'd be out of here. If these guys, these millionaire guys who we're all supposed to be scared of because they're monsters, right? If they are who they're being accused of, because everybody's so scared and Cassie was afraid to leave and all this other stuff, how can you just come out and talk reckless about these people? I'm just asking. You know what she doesn't talk about is 50. She don't talk about Fifth. You notice that? She said, 50, I don't trust 50. That's the extent that she left it at. So I know two chicks, one from elementary, one from college, who lost their minds like Jaguar. You could look at old FB posts when they started to spiral. That's how I know Jaguar ain't mentally well. Listen, he said, I know who the world that you're referring to. Yeah, that world. That world. Now let me add one piece of context to that, right? Let me add one piece of context in Bray. You follow me on this. 50 Cent has had real beef with everybody I just named. Probably with the exception of Jack. I don't think they had any issue. Or maybe, I don't know. No, Jack was more of a Tupac thing. Right? But 50 has had beef with all of these guys. He's had beef with World, Jimmy, Preem. Okay? He's had beef with all of them. And 50's still here. What does that say about Fifth? Think about this. He's beef with the worst guys. These are the worst guys. You know what I'm saying? Even Yayo was like, he wasn't paying Jack. Because you know what Jack was about. Jack was about hand it over. These were real street niggas. Okay? And 50 done bump heads severely with all of them. Notice the Jaguar does not talk about 50 Cent. All right? Yes, give it some time. She'll come at 50. Oh, man. Yeah, she's catching 50 at 50. Right? Said, oh, I know all the names who you're referring to. You're correct. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's had real beef with all these dudes. You know what I'm saying? And Mano's had issues with a couple of guys too. Right? Which, again, in order for you to survive some of the names that I've mentioned, right? And one of them almost took 50 out. We know who that is. But in order for you to survive the names, you got to be a pretty hardcore dude yourself. Right? So, at any rate, this is what you're dealing with a Jaguar, right, man? And she should not be taken serious. Now, Eric Adams, right? Y'all heard about this? Eric Adams getting indicted. Eric Adams getting indicted. Now, let me say this. I ain't going to stay on Eric Adams too long. And then after this, I want to do one more video and then I'm out of here. Oh, Fantastic is on. All right. Y'all catch that nigga when I'm done. So, Eric Adams getting indicted. All I'm going to say about that is fuck him, fuck the police. That's it. I was never a fan of this dude. Right? You know, outspoken introvert. You from the BX. You already know what it is. You already know what it is, man. You know, they said that this dude, he been on a take since before he was the mayor. Why are we shocked? Why are we shocked at this? Yeah, 50 behind and in front of the curtain is not a force to be played with. If you know, you know. Yeah, they don't want to mess with Fifth. And a lot of people don't understand what Fifth beef with Diddy is. Diddy was one of those people that tried to keep him out of the game. I know people that used to write for Puff, and if you wrote for Puff, Puff was trying to keep you as a writer, and he didn't want you to get beyond that. He did it to Mark Curry and a few others, right? So, you know, and again, some people who I know personally, whose names you wouldn't know if I said them, right? So, yeah, that's what Puff used to do. He'll slide you some cash or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't get no pub, you wouldn't get anything residual, anything like that, and then unexpectedly it just drop you. But you couldn't do nothing else in the game. He'll do everything he could to block you. The only reason we have a 50 Cent today is because of Eminem and Dre. That's it. 50 was the guy who wasn't supposed to make it. 50 was the guy who was supposed to be dead. So anybody who thinks that 50 is being petty in the manner that he deals with these people does not understand the severity of what was thrown at him by these people. You don't understand the severity, especially when it's rumored that one of these guys is responsible for the death of his mother. Okay? Rumored. Could be potentially responsible. He alluded to this in the film Get Rich or Die Trying. He alluded to it. Right? So, whatever he does to Ja, Irv, or any of these dudes, it is what it is. That's real beef. That ain't hip hop. It ain't music. It's like, yo, why don't y'all just get along, man? It's been so long and blah, blah, blah. No, you left me bleeding on the sidewalk. You maybe killed my mother, right? Now, when the shit happened with Jimmy and his son, and, you know, I know these people, that's all I'm going to say, they went at Yayo's house. But if you notice, it ain't like 50 Cent grandmother don't still live in Queens. Ain't nothing ever happened over there. Nothing. You don't want to wake that guy up out of his corporate mentality that he's having right now. And I think they know that. I think they know he's not somebody that they want to rock with. So moving right along. I don't know if you guys are familiar with a guy named Trip Fontaine. Right? Trip Fontaine. So Trip Fontaine, right? If you're not familiar with him, he's a guy that appears on the Ace, what is it? Ace Metaphor Tonight's Conversation. You know, we all know Ace. Ace started off simping real hard and has made a very good living. I keep telling motherfuckers, simping is the true grift, right? So we gonna go to I'm gonna pull up something on Trip Fontaine. He recently did an interview with Comedy Hype, right? Comedy Hype, right? So I'm gonna pull that up. Let me see. I remember the one I wanted to see. He was talking about
with Bybrick Small Business
Insurance.
Let
me mute this, right? Now, what I like about Trip in particular, right? And I don't agree with everything he says. He drops some knowledge. He drops some jewels here and there, right? Let me see who said they are familiar with Trip. Who's familiar with Trip Fontaine? I didn't see anybody respond to that. So we're gonna go to one of these videos. I'm trying to see which one was the one I was watching, right? So let me see. Trip Fontaine, Comedy Hype. Okay, so this is the one, right? So I wanna go through this. This is what, 13 minutes long. We skip through it or whatever, but I wanna watch this, and I'm gonna have a little commentary about it. Okay, Kobe says he's familiar with Trip Fontaine. So if you haven't seen this guy before, you know what they do is they clip a bunch of videos up from the Tonight's Conversation podcast. They get a space. It'd be a panel of people sitting up front with a bunch of women in the audience. You've seen this before. I'm sure you've seen it. If you're on Facebook enough, you've seen this before. So there's this one guy, right? He has glasses. He has the big beard. You see him. He has the big beard, and you know, he be dropping some knowledge. And he's probably one of the, well, he's not the only guy that's on there defending the male point of view or the male perspective. And to be honest, what I appreciate now about Ace Metaphor, because he started out simping real hard, is that he has a guy on the panel pushing back for black men. So let's watch this video, man. Let's play this.
Niggas is scared because, especially now more than ever, the way we taught to view what a man's supposed to bring, even traditionally, the shit not even appreciated.
Now, I've seen you, you know, the thing that I like about your style is that you're fair. Because a lot of these brothers that do get like the light in terms of the relationship space, they call them incels, and they beat up women. But the thing that I don't get, and this is the kind of also challenge the ladies listening, like they also help make those guys famous, and they also give them an ear.
Yeah.
And then you and I we just met. But I've always looked at guys like that. That to me, those guys haven't been successful women in their real life, and it feels like this is their time to cope with why it didn't work out for them. Because any man that's getting women, I'm not going at you. I'm thinking about other things with you.
Now, y'all have heard me speak on this before. I think what homie, the host, is saying is true to a certain extent. And shout out to Compassionate and Callous, if he's still here in the chat, because we discussed this. What I will say is this: I do believe that there is a certain, I can't tell you to what degree or what number. I just think is enough to be addressed. There's a certain percentage or number of men in this space whose purpose in here is not, male advocacy or, any of the stuff that we're dealing with regards to the laws or, the family courts, any of that stuff. I think that there's a good amount of dudes here that are just here because they've been successful with women. The problem that I have with that is the people outside of the space have used that to define the space. Now, anytime I say this, people look at me crazy. They get mad at me because they think that I'm hating on the space. No. What I am trying to do is separate the space from these individuals. I am not anti-Black Manosphere. Are you fucking kidding? Right? What I'm trying to do is encourage content creators and other people to make a distinction between that which is not the space, your incels or whatever, and what the space is and what it is the space's intention. What this guy just said is that the Black Manosphere or these guys or red pillars or whatever you want, whatever word they want to use to describe the space, is about incels who are unsuccessful with women and are taking advantage of the space to beat up women. Right? Taking advantage of the space, I agree that they are, but that's not what the space is or that it intends to be. But it's getting overrun with that shit. And the reason why I say that is based on who gets views and what draws traffic. What conversation draws traffic more than other conversations? But I want to hear this guy out. Let's hear him out.
And if you pulling them, you at ease, you cool. But a lot of these brothers do seem like they have their traumas attached, particularly dealing with Black women, because Black women are very strong. They're not easy. They're not gonna go with everything.
They're very strong. You hear this guy? Let's go.
Gonna give you a little stiff arm if you're not coming properly. They will challenge your space. And those brothers that
they'll challenge you even if you come properly, even if you come correct. Right? But let's see what homie got to say.
Not done well, succeeded in that, now seem to be targeting them and hitting them and jabbing them. But yeah, one, what's your thoughts about that? But then overall, why do women also fear accountability? Because that was a clip that I saw with you.
All right, we're going to both of them joints. The incel stuff, the red pill stuff, the passport stuff, it's not new.
Mm-hmm.
It might be new to black men, like the Black Manosphere. It might be new to us.
No,
but
it's not.
If you go some decades, I mean, I really think about how long like white men in the military been bringing back women that ain't from here.
Bringing them back. I know they be having some children outside.
Even the ones that you ain't ever seen none of them random couples that be this old white man with a Vietnamese lady?
They love respectfully Asian women. Definitely be the...
Black men been doing that shit forever too. I got 2 Korean cousins from Korea. My uncle black than a motherfucker. Okay? My cousins are grown as shit. I got Korean cousins in my family. Shout out to Trip, but you tripping with that part. Again, I agree with a lot of shit homies say. But him saying that black men weren't doing this shit back then, of course they was. Let's go.
Because they what? Are more submissive
for sure.
and more. So if that conversation been around this long, it can't be a new one. We might have just got around to it.
Okay.
Might have just hit YouTube good, but that ain't new. This dissatisfaction with the behavior of, you know how long white men been talking about that? Since the feminist movement? White women like getting back in the kitchen, coming back to the house. Why you think they've been talking about it so long? They put new laws on women's bodies to get them back in the house.
Right.
To keep them pregnant. They've been at it so long, they putting it on the books.
Right.
We putting it on the blog still.
We putting it on our podcast, and they dead ass serious about that shit.
Yeah. We amateur when it comes to the dissatisfaction now.
Right.
So this is what I mean when I'm talking about this box. This box causes us to look at our women a certain way. Okay. And say that our women have to be a certain way in order to be proper because we trying to be the proper man. And the only way a woman can fit with me is if she jumps in a box too. Be real here, bro. You think white women are docile and submissive and meek?
Not completely.
You ever seen a white man beat into submission in his relationship? Look at the older couples. Don't look at no younger couple, bro.
Well, they yeah.
You notice how
He
quiet he is now.
They say they think it's a happy wife, happy life. I think they was pushing that real heavy.
Yeah.
Just do whatever you say, Margaret.
I think, patriarchy is more common outside of black culture than within it. Now, I understand what he's saying, but I don't think that it's a norm. I think that patriarchy is a norm outside of black culture than in it, right? But all this turning negatives to positives when it comes to black women that black men do. You're strong because you ain't putting up. If a woman is getting done dirty and she's not putting up with being abused or whatever the case may be, okay, fine. But don't say that the reason she's acting like that is because she's reacting to some abuse. Like the only way she's going to act like that is because there is abuse happening. That's bullshit. Right? And shout out to Nick. Yeah, my cousins are war babies. So let's continue.
Wherever you want to go.
Right.
You don't think they've been tired? You don't think white women ain't been tired of white men? Even the well-kept ones. That's where the pool boy shit come from.
Housewives.
Paying all the bills, but ain't being no type of man in a relationship.
Right.
Because that's what these boxers do. Bruh, I don't be challenging manhood because I don't try to... bruh, I be trying to get the money for I could pay all the bills. I'm not out of this shit. I'm trying to unlearn it and relearn it like everybody else.
Wait, so you don't think we should be trying to take care of all the bills?
Nigga, I know we shouldn't be trying to take care of all the bills, and I'm still out here trying to earn the money to take care of all the bills. I'm in it with everybody else.
It would seem to me that the host, right, is in some antiquated way of thinking. And it would seem to me that Trip is trying to say, look, I was taught the same thing you were taught, and I'm trying to unlearn it, right? Because it's not realistic in this. And this is what I was trying to tell guys, like, update your firmware, right? Now, the reason I'm playing this is for a couple of reasons. People don't like my approach, okay? Trip has a different approach than I do. He's saying some of the same things, but he has a much different approach than I do, right? I feel like niggas in the manosphere, to some degree, when they're being hit with reality, they want to be talked to soft like women want to be talked to soft. Not saying who, I'm just saying this is what I sometimes encounter. People like men, even men, right? They tone police. They want their truth given to them softly. I've always had a tough approach when it comes to dealing with men and women, right? This guy, what he's saying right now is basically what I've said. Look, that old school shit, we can't do it anymore. The host listening to him, he seems like, what do you mean? We're not supposed to pay all the bills? Listen to him.
Still out here trying to earn the money to take care of all the bills. I'm in it with everybody else.
Well, so, cause I'm in the same race.
Yeah.
But something, I mean,
no, we should.
You don't think we should be trying to take care of all the bills?
You hear what he asked him? You don't think we should be paying all the bills? What you mean you don't think? Cause that nigga paying all the bills. Let's go.
Cause I'm in the same race.
Yeah.
But something, I mean, yeah, for sure. Everything is conditioning, right?
Exactly.
You grow up, someone's gonna kind of groom you to think about yourself in this light, live this way. And so my answer is, that's what I believe.
That's his audio acting up, not mine.
And I don't know where does it come from. It comes from because that's what I feel is the right thing to do as a man, that I am supposed to take care of the house. And then maybe my woman comes and balances out in different ways. But so if things need to be more fluid in terms of, which I understood even in my space, I've been challenged, like, you don't have to necessarily just be that way. You can, a woman can step in at times, especially if it's tough financially.
Yeah.
But it does make me reflect, like, yeah, are we doing it wrong?
And I don't want to make traditional people like the bad people, the enemy, because again, I got stuff that I'm trying to unlearn, relearn, stuff that's not really applicable, all of that good stuff. It's really just about challenging the narrative and being able to acknowledge out loud where some of this stuff come from. And if you still want it, if you still want to sit with it, if it's still valuable to you, go ahead. But we got to start calling a spade, bro. That'd be my only thing for real.
How does that hurt us?
How does what hurt us?
How does me trying to be, the macho man?
Where I think it does hurt some of us is this belief, and that we keep preaching it out loud, is that you got to go twice as hard to be half as good.
Correct.
Nigga, no.
So let me get to this super chat. Nigga, no. Stop trying to be this provider male shit. It's outdated. Shout out to Brandon Hayes. Comedy Hype tries to fashion itself as a progressive, pro-black information channel with a comedy twist, but they actually do a lot of flip-flopping, as do a lot of these motherfuckers on this shit. Black women pandering along with clickbaity type vids. They show up on my feed. I don't think I'm following Comedy Hype. If I see a title that appeals to me, I'll click it. I see homie up there, I click on him. Because usually, like I said, he has a very different approach to this conversation. And I think that this kid is on the rise. Now, mind you, you heard it. You heard me say it. This guy's on the rise. His approach is a little different, and the women receive him very well, right? He ain't totally simping. Sometimes he's a little soft on his approach, and sometimes I disagree, but it's not often, right? Thank you for the super chat, right? So he said, I saw a broad refer to her own baby daddy as an incel. At this point, incel is just an erroneous insult they throw around now. All right, Millman says, that old school shit was never done. Women have always worked. When you travel internationally, even in Arab countries, you see women working. What's changed is women work alongside non-relative men. I'll give you another one. This idea that black women have that white women are just chilling at the crib like Peggy Bundy eating bonbons. I ain't never worked nowhere. Ain't no chick ain't never worked nowhere. Ain't nobody ain't never worked nowhere where white women ain't worked. You hit any website for data, and they'll tell you how many white women are in the workforce. Now, how much she contributes to bills is another conversation. And we could pull that up on another day. But everybody's not June Cleaver. All white women are not June Cleaver. White women are outside. They probably met their husband in college. They got a degree. And they got a job or a career. They're not drinking international coffees with their girlfriends, wearing Chanel with the Gucci clutch bag and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a hoax. It's made up. TCW said all the evidence on the internet that shows and proves what he's talking about doesn't work, and he still chooses to preach simping. Say humans went however many 10,000s of years without dollars. The men didn't hunt and gather and weave and build. We all contributed and survived. Thank you. Thank you. Now what they want to, Maggie, in one conversation they'll say, give your woman a soft life, right? She should be at home in her feminine energy because, any work that she has to do, if she has to lift a finger to do anything, that's masculine. Like, it's masculine to do work. It's masculine to earn money. The same masculine women that are feminists and they want jobs so they can get their own money. But if we let them, then we are making them not be feminine because they should be at home laying on their ass in their feminine energy. Right? Because in order to be feminine, you have to do nothing. Right? You can't. No, don't. I don't want to wash clothes. Get a maid for that. I want her to wash clothes, clean the house, and take care of the children. I just want to be here and exist in my feminine energy. Right? Because it's masculine to do this, to scrub and to go back and forth with your hands and to do windows and all of this shit is masculine. It's feminine to sit and do nothing. No time in the world did women do nothing. They milked cows, they tended to housework and other shit from 12, 13 years old. Like my man said, yo, you go to the East, and I've been to the East. This is what they're doing. Right? And guess what? Those women are feminine. Oh, yeah. They're feminine as shit. Right? Meanwhile, you got women in America bragging, I make more money than you. I got my own bag and my own house and my own car because I'm strong. But I just wish a man would come along so I could stop doing this so I could be in my feminine energy. But if you do that, then you're controlling and you're chauvinist and you try to take me away from my strength and making this shit doesn't make fucking sense, right? So we about to go back to homie and his because we got to go soon.
I refuse to ever measure myself up against anything or anybody that sets me out with a handicap that even if I exceed performance expectations, I could only ever be half as good. That means I gotta go 4 times as hard just to get to ground zero. I'm not subscribing to that, bruh. Black male suicide rates are going up, bro. Our life expectancy is going down.
I was going to say, a lot of our black grandfathers passed away consistently before.
And, bruh.
Big Mama's house. Who you think paid for that house? You go to Grandma's house. Grandma in a big-ass house with all these rooms. You think she bought this big-ass house for herself? Doing what? Scrubbing baseboards? So let's go to what Maggie is saying. Maggie, the mysterious white woman that, May talks about, right? 56% of white breadwinning mothers are married and earn as much or more than their husbands. However, the majority of black and Hispanic breadwinning mothers are single parents, right? So let's go up, let's go down. We got that one already. All right. All right, let's keep going. I got that one already. Said, what guys don't even understand is that even if she doesn't work for another guy, 9 times out of 10, she works for her husband to contribute. For example, she might be his property manager of real estate. Facts. I read that already. What these women don't like is this. Yeah, an average man can pay all the bills. Just understand your quality of life is going to be frugal. Mill, this is why they demand a man that makes twice as much as they do. Because if you make the same money and you only live on his salary, your life doesn't change. You need a man that makes double so your life can improve while you pocket your money. Okay? So 50% of white households, woman is the primary breadwinner. Of all women who are primary breadwinners, 60% are white. This is definitely something I have to look up. If you got a link for that, please provide it. Exactly. They give these chicks every way out, inner simps, just to what? Just to have her back getting cracked when they at work. You know, before I was gonna do this stream, I was gonna do the Red Pills 5, the other guy. I'm gonna still do that stream. Y'all gonna hate me for that one. My mission is to get you to hate me. I'm fucking with y'all. Yeah. So Maggie, definitely. You got me on Facebook. I live in a 90% white neighborhood in North Carolina. These white fathers got their 10-year-old daughters doing yard work. Anubis, shout out to you. Oh shit, this nigga hit me. Look, I ain't got the GG fireworks, so thank you for that super chat. That's your fanfare right there, man. That's all I got. Anubis with the $49.99 super chat says white women took the jobs meant for black men. Damn. Let's stop for a second. Affirmative action. AA. AA also means African American. How ironic. Alanis Morissette. Motherfuckers ain't gonna get those references. Anyway, yeah, the capable, virtuous wife described in Proverbs 31 is a very industrious and resourceful woman. And the funny thing is, Indigo, they will throw the Bible in your face any chance they get, but they select what they want to throw in your face. Oh, you got the... I'm going to need you to inbox me that. I appreciate you. Inbox me that. Right? And I'll check that out. Say a lot of guys don't know there's a whole industry where married couples get well-endowed guys they call bulls to satisfy their wives because they want to keep her happy. Whoa. Whoa. I appreciate you, Nubis. All right, so let's check out my man some more because he's dropping some science.
Like the numbers.
We trying to do it all.
The numbers say that it's killing us. Not my opinion. The facts say that it's killing us.
And I've said this in the past. This is the true toxic masculinity. You killing yourself to fit some impossible man standard. Meanwhile, the bitches think it's impossible not to be obese. You see, Lizzo lost weight now. Now all the fat bitches gonna be mad. You lost weight. You know, if Lizzo loses weight, you know what these chicks gonna have to do, right? She was their excuse to stay big. Now she losing weight. Damn, Lizzo. How can you do this to us? Let's continue.
So sure, stay over there if you want to. But again, we gotta call a spade a spade. And with the cost of living rapidly rising, with the value of the dollar decreasing for everybody, bro, we talking about for everybody, not just black.
Dollar decreasing, and we got less of those decreasing dollars.
People, because we know once things hit us, it gets exponentially worse. We talking about for everybody. We already not getting paid what white people getting paid. So you actually factually do have to work harder in that regard for all your dollars to add up. What you gonna do now? Work harder?
And
then he ain't there. He ain't never around. I feel so alone. Then nigga like me come along.
I mean, we do need burnout.
Niggas working 50, 60 hours a week, bro, just to make sure they straight. Not wealthy, just to make sure they straight. How many more hours you got to give? Then at that point, cause that niggas is scared. And this is where I'm gonna empathize with the fellas.
This is where he loses me a little bit. So let's check him out.
Okay. Men are scared.
Of what?
Losing everything that they have to work harder and harder and harder and harder to gain.
You know what's go ahead. You
40 years ago, you could get a job at a factory and afford to trick. You get you a little regular job and still afford to trick on something. You wanted to buy you a little slice of coochie, you could do that.
No, he's factual on that. Back when, you know, the black jobs, right? That Trump talks about. Niggas like, oh my gosh, black jobs, we're so offended. Nah, nigga. Black jobs. We know what the black jobs are. Let's stop playing games. Okay? Black jobs is what them other people are doing now. Right? What black jobs used to be. The black jobs, right? Shout out to Nick. Nick says, B-dubs chastise you if you say Lizzo ain't beautiful. But them same B-dubs will get mad at you if you say they look like Lizzo. She beautiful. Yeah, you look just like her. Nigga, fuck you. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Shout out to you for the super chat, man. Appreciate you. Said, I just got interviewed by the County Coalition on Equality and Inclusion, DEI. It was 3 white women interviewing another white woman. I definitely pointed out the absurdity. Crazy. Yeah, factory jobs. Thank you for that. Factory jobs. You work your factory job. You can work your auto stamping job. Pay your mortgage and have extra bread to hit the bar, whatever. You know, take your lady out. Can't do it no more. These chicks want you to spend 2 weeks' pay on the first date. And niggas do it. Because God forbid they get rejected. Let's go.
You want to take little Yamin out, shore a little night on the town, take her to Cheesecake Factories, because back in the 80s and 90s, niggas wasn't act like they wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Take her to the little steakhouse or something like that. You could trick. Now, again, niggas are working 50 and 60 hours just to keep it together.
Okay.
You could get you a factory job and get a house. Wasn't abnormal for no regular dude to have a home. He may have been renting that, but he had a crib.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Regular shorty back, because they had a regular person could move to the low end suburbs. You could still afford that. I don't know if y'all remember, good people. I may be showing my age as a person. Y'all remember starter homes? Y'all remember people could buy those? That regular people could buy like a first home and hope to make some type of step up. I don't know if y'all remember them, because now Airbnbs and regular houses and stuff.
Yeah, the banks are buying them up. Banks said that, oh, we ain't in the real estate business. Bullshit. Now you got banks and corporations buying these shits up.
Like this, I don't know, some of y'all may be a little too young. But now, niggas are scared, bruh. My 50K ain't the same 50K it once was. So I had to work that hard to get to 50K.
Right.
For a woman to come into my life, and I'm expected to take care of her. And taking care of her ain't the same taking care of her that it was back in the G. Back in the G, just 20 years ago, I could give you $100 and you could go have yourself a day.
Hell yeah.
You could do your self-care for real. You may not have been able to get the whole spa day package, but you could get them nails and them feet done. Mike could get you a little wash and set, some shit.
Complimentary champagne too.
You know what I'm saying? $100 now. And this ain't no knock to the shorties. This ain't no knock to the beauticians, to the estheticians and shit like that. $100 now. That might just be your holding fee.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hand, a left hand. I've been seeing some of the prices of some of the shit these women be getting done. You want feet? You just feet only today?
Right.
So it's like, how I'm gonna be that nigga?
Crazy.
Flowers?
You gotta do illegal shit now to do all of this shit. They want niggas taking, but this has been the case for a long time. Black women have always been expensive to an extent where back in the day, think about this. We talking about the 80s crack era. Niggas had to be on some penitentiary chance shit to impress these females. Not all of them necessarily, but a good amount. Penitentiary chances. Okay? This is not new shit. Even when, you know, before the inflation that we're living in now, it was heavily inflated what was expected of you. Why don't you give me a play and we can go cruising in my OJ? And if you give me that okay, I give you all my love today. You know what I'm saying? In my OJ. I'm revealing my age now. I'm saying this has always been a thing, man. It's always been a thing. It's just that now it's more expensive and they want more of more expensive. They don't want the basics. They don't want the, oh, he got a crib or he got a car. And this is, you know, I was going to bust out the rest of that, but I figured I'd spare you. Shout out to Nick. But it's always been this. Rope, chains and shit. Black men have always been expected to provide luxury. We've seen the shit, how to sell to the black man, where the guy sell the luxury to the black man. Sell this to the black man. The black man likes the finest threads. Y'all seen this commercial? Meanwhile, white dude got the khaki on. He got the white, the button-up white shirt. You don't know who make the shit. He dressed like Zuckerberg. We got to dress up our blackness. Black implies poor. White implies rich. Just having the skin. You take some white boys, because I've done it. Take some white boys to the strip club. You know what happens. The red light goes off in the dressing room. Like, you know, like LeBron just walked in. Right? It just be some three regular white boys from the suburbs. Money walked in. Money. That's some Tiny Toon Adventure shit. Anyway. Black implies poor. That's why niggas wear the Jordans. That's why niggas wear the jewelry. That's why niggas dress up in the expensive shit. Because you gotta dress down your blackness. We often say, look, white people don't spend their money on clothes and spending rims and this and that. They smart with money. It's not just that. It's that you have to dress down your blackness. You have to dress down that it's implied you don't have it. If you show up dressed regular, you're just the black guy. You're broke. You're broke. What are you going to do to offset the perception of broke? You got to wear your wealth where people can see it. Let's go.
Little shit. That costs, like all the little shit, it's not about money, cut it out. Them flowers you want are not free. The cards you want, the consideration you want, outside of me giving you my time and shit like that, some of that stuff not free. And the little things cost a lot more literally than they ever have. Niggas is scared, bruh. Niggas is scared because, especially now more than ever, the way we taught to view what a man's supposed to bring, even traditionally, the shit not even appreciated. You feel me? You can ask a lot of niggas like, I done had it happen shit. Now that I got a couple dollars under my belt, nigga, that shit is not appreciated. It's expected. You feel me? I don't get commended for being a nigga who got my shit together. You dig me? So it's like regular niggas for the most part are afraid. I can empathize with that.
You got to be a spectacular, phenomenal Negro. Chris Rock said it best. I'm Chris Rock, rich comedian. I live next door to a dentist. I live next door to a dentist. Not J.D. Rockefeller. Not Carnegie. You know what I'm saying? Not the what is it? Koch brothers, the Koch, whatever the dude's names is. The motherfuckers up there. A dentist. He lives next to a dentist. Superstar comedian lives next to a dentist. We don't even know the dentist's name. We don't even know his name. Koch. Thank you. Koch brothers. See, Nick would know that. Yeah. He don't live next door to them. He lives next door to a dentist. Not Jay-Z. He lives next door to a fucking dentist. The shit you gotta do just to maybe. Because when you meet all this stuff, you still don't. Right? Tall nigga, short nigga, fat nigga, still nigga.
Especially now being a dude of status. Seeing the way some of these women talk, all that princess treatment, soft life, I want to be taken care of, I need a nigga to put me up. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, big baby. I done good not to have no kids. I don't want a dependent now.
Right.
Do you know what this economy finna look like for some folk? Fuck is you talking about? And what you doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that's all women, but again, like, I think a lot of these dudes, because you know you can't be a man and be scared.
Right.
Rather put on this machismo and shit on women instead of saying I'm scared to get used.
So, see, okay, so here's the part where he loses me. Hey, dude, scared. Scared? Nah, that's incorrect. That's incorrect. Scared to lose what you have? Yes, what he said earlier, I agree with that. Scared that, I'm scared that, I won't be accepted, this, that, and the other. No. Dudes are just fed up. They've reached their limit with it. Right? Some dudes have found a solution. Yo, we gonna go elsewhere. Some dudes are still trying to reconcile, repair, negotiate, these sorts of things, right? Right? They's trying to fix the relationship. Right? Good luck with that. But it's not about, well, those guys might be scared because they feel like maybe they have no other option, nowhere to go except for these women. Right? But, it's just some dudes have moved on. And it's just, again, Trip is usually on point. But this part of it is because it always seems like the problem rests with us. Let's go.
I don't have a lot. I've worked hard for the little bit that I do have. Instead of saying that I'm afraid to be taken advantage of again, I'm afraid to open up to the wrong woman again because I haven't quite found, or I haven't quite got my rubric together to find a woman that I can open up to safely. I haven't quite got my articulation down to where when I do open up, it's not just word vomit and she feel like maybe some of it is about her. I haven't got that down and I'm scared. Right? Because this ain't the game that I'm used to. And shit, I can attest to that, nigga. These definitely not the women. I ain't saying they better or worse, nigga, but these is not the women that who number I was putting on my hand back in the day.
No. Right.
So it's some new shit going on. And I get why niggas is afraid, bro, but I much rather us start to be honest about that than continue to shit on black women.
Niggas are tuning out, and that's what it is. Shout out to Beretta. Nah, what's going on, bro? All right, let me drop that down. Let me stop screen. Right. What's going on, Beretta? Peace, Lord. What's going on? Not afraid. Please, no, we just ain't with it. There's a lot of dudes ain't with it. So I want to make this clear, right? Because again, I've gotten a lot of flack for some of the things that I've said lately, and I want to make this clear. No, my assessments do not include everybody, but they include, an undetermined, significant portion of black men, and I'm talking about in the space, right? Shitting on black women, not so much. I would go as far as to say that most of the space doesn't shit on black women. They tell the truth about it. I think motherfuckers are too soft sometimes, to where a motherfucker like me might come across a little strong. People think I come across a little strong. I think what the women say about us in their little groups is much worse than anything that we say here. We know that. It's a lot of pandering that goes on here. You go to their spaces, you go to Clubhouse, anything that they got going on Facebook in their groups, they like, niggas can die. Police, kill these niggas, please. What do they call it? Body bags and, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, while I disagree with him on that last point that he just made, right? Typically, and if you've never seen this guy before, I think you should check him out, because the majority of the shit that he says is stuff that's actually in our favor. And I think that the approach that he takes, for the most part, it works. I think that he's kind of like one of those reluctant guys, like, he doesn't realize, like, he's one to watch. He's one to watch. Thanks, Beretta 9, for the super chat. He's one to watch. I think he's gonna become more and more popular as time goes by, because he says things that appeals to both sides. Sometimes it might come off as a bit of pandering, because sometimes it is. But don't beat up on black women. Nobody's beating black women up if they're telling the truth about what's really going on. And black men are sensitive to seeing black women get told some truth or face some accountability. Right? So, yeah, man. So I just thought it would be interesting to show the video, show whoever hasn't seen this guy a video of him saying some of the same things that are said here, but from that sort of approach. I don't know, how red pill he is or how he approaches that, but what I do know is that he drops a lot of jewels. I'm gonna post some of his shit on Facebook so that y'all can see it for those that follow me on Facebook. Let me see. Hey, Revelator, what's going on, man? What's going on? But like I said, for those who follow me on Patreon, you see in the studio, you see what's going on. Shout out to Adrian Hicks. He already knows what's up. Let me know if I should carry on the new format on this channel or another. I would rather do it here. Right? But I think that, this channel is not a favorite of the algorithm. Okay? At any rate, shout out, who's this just popped up? I'll be listening to y'all niggas, how y'all be caring about what these hoes say and what they want, and believing these hoes, just giving them queen status, queen status, as if y'all don't understand how retarded they are. Nah, we do. I think some dudes act like that. I think a lot of dudes care what these chicks say. I think a lot of them, I think a lot of dudes here, if they was receive some head tomorrow, they'd be on that other team. But at any rate, I'm about to be up out of here. But yeah, man, shout out to Raj. Raj, I guess he wasn't able to make it. I'll have him on another time. right? Shout out to Raj. And, you know, shout out to everybody that was on that show this morning. But this has been the Manosphere show of the week. You know what I mean? I'm about to break up out of here. Let me see. UNA-1 have some of the cleanest setups. And y'all, hold on, I'm going to put this on here. UNA-1 have some of the cleanest setups, and y'all put on a show when y'all are talking one-on-one. Y'all two are cool. Shout out to AM1. I'll say that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how AM1 feels about me. Don't care, but I don't know. I don't have no beef with nobody. Well, I don't have beef with him. But yeah, nah, AM1 is you know, he's a camera guy. So, you know, shout out to him. You know what I mean? I'm still a GOAT though. If you haven't checked out my Patreon, check it out, man. I'm posting some. I'm trying to get better with posting on Patreon, but check it out at least. I'll see y'all some other time. I don't know exactly when. JB Design said when is Red Pills 5, the other guy dropping. Is hard because I got to go to New York for a memorial. Then I got to go to New York for a film screening. So probably not this week, probably next week. Got to finish editing a film. So I've been busy, man. So, you know, between doing that, building out this spot, all of that shit, I'll let y'all know, man. If you don't got me on Facebook, Marcus Aurelius, check out the Patreon, see some of the shit that I'm doing. I'll be back, man. I'll be here. Just, hey, JB, just give me 7 days. Give me a week. Give me a week. I'll be back on here, man. But I got to take a couple flights. I'll kick it with y'all later, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's coming to save us, man. So, I don't care who you vote for. Just know, you know what I mean? Neither one of these people are civil rights people. And since only one is being sold to us, like she's coming to do something for us, when she's explicitly said the opposite, and she's explicitly displayed through policy and other ways, a disregard for, the desires and protections that we seek. You make a decision. All right? But hopium is a hell of a drug. And the reason I use that title is because somebody told me, well, I hope she puts together a good cabinet. This was on Facebook. Hopium is a hell of a drug. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out. 100.